Hello and welcome to my Flosstube update for April 2016. This is probably going to be quite a quick one this evening because, well, it is this evening. It's just after 8 o'clock now on Monday, which is a bank holiday. I'd planned to do this video all weekend, but here we are, kind of end of the weekend, and I still haven't got it done. So it's going to have to be a bit of a quick one, I'm afraid. But the main thing that I wanted to get done today was the giveaway that I had on my last update. So I've got a list of people here who have entered in the giveaway. So there was 2 of them, and just as a quick reminder, it was either to win the Mirabilia Christmas Queen, or I think she's actually called, yes, Royal Holiday. So that's one of them. And the second one was for the fairy, and this is, I believe she's the Woodland Fairy. Yeah, the Woodland Fairy. So you'll notice I'm hands-free today, so I've actually got a new stand for my phone, so hopefully this will be a bit of a better experience for you, not so much jogging around. But I have not tried this out, but I'm just going to swing you around and I can tip you up a little bit. Oh, you're not going to be able to see that, are you? Oh yeah, there you go, there's the random number generator set up on the computer. So let's have a look at my list. Let's do the Queen first. So for the Queen I had 72 entries for this one. So the fairy was more popular, it only slightly edged it, because for that one I believe I had 81. So not a huge amount of difference. So let's have a look. Get it to focus. So it's going to be between 1 and, what did I say? 71 or 72? 72. 72. So good luck, everyone. And that's number 58. Okay, so I got a bit tight with my paper, so I now have to just search for number 58. Here we go, it's at the top. So number 58 is Zoe Monk. So well done, Zoe. If you see this, then hopefully you can just private message me. I've no idea how else to get in contact with somebody via Flosstube, but after this I'll try and send you a quick message to let you know. And that's the Queen that you've won, so that's coming to you. So the second one, which is for the Woodland Fairy, and I said I had 80, oh it's 83 for this one actually, so let's just change that number on there. 83, so I have to pick you up and do this, so it's not so steady. So get it to focus, 83, and generate. Number 73. Okay, so 73, if I can find you, there you are. Number 73 is Chandra Bates. So well done, Chandra, you have won the Woodland Fairy. So I should probably just mark my winners so I can remember, although I suppose I could always look back on my video if I forget. So congratulations to you too. I shall sort those out at some point when you get in contact with me. So thank you to everybody that entered. That was fun. So it's not been a hugely productive month for me in some senses. I have got a finish to show you, but I've been a little bit distracted this month, and I think that's probably going to continue for the month of May, because I'm having a few issues at work, and so I'm in the process of applying for a new job. So yeah, so not great, but we all have times that are a bit more challenging in life, don't we? So I'm just trying to not let it affect me too much, but it's definitely had an impact on my kind of stitching time. Too busy stressing about everything else. Anyway, you've not come here for that, so let's get on and show you what I have done. So the first thing that I worked on, or one of the things I worked on, was a Celtic Santa. So this is the Welsh one, and as you can see I have done a fair bit of this one. Let's see, put that behind it so you can see. So actually I've done all of the stitching on this one. The only thing that needs to be added to it are the beads, and then it's he's got that kind of beard thing going on. So that should be fun to try and sort that out. And I finished this kind of, I don't know, about 3 days ago, and I did think I would bead it this weekend, but Stitch Mania happens, so this might actually kind of roll over until next month, but a bit of progress there, and helps me kind of get my whip numbers down a little bit. So that's the first one. I have actually got a finish, so I'm not doing this in any order, am I? So the one that I finished is this Waxing Moons one. So this is a Waxing Moon design, and this is it's called Stir with the Big Girls, and it says, if you can't stir with the big girls, stay away from the cauldron. And this is stitched with, it's on the recommended fabric, so the Wheats Dye Work pumpkin linen, which is a 30 count, but I didn't use the Wheats Dye Works floss. I just used, I think this is Anchor Black, and there it is. If I just do that, you can kind of see it all. I know we all say it, but actually, because the light's not great this evening, I didn't want to put the overhead light on because I think that would be even worse. This is much more orangey, this fabric, quite bright and vibrant. But yeah, I'm quite pleased with that one. Can I hold it up? Can't quite hold it up to get it all in. But there you go. So that's all done. I've got loads of fabric left there, so I think that will do quite well for another Halloween pattern at some point. And I've bought myself a black frame to pop that into, and I'm going to give it a go at framing myself, but I've never framed anything before, so that should be a laugh at some point. So yeah, so that's another finish, and if you watched my last video, I think I said I had 26 whips, so that officially brings me down to 25 whips, so yay! And I was thinking if I could get that one done as well, that would knock another one off the counter. So that one thing about that last video and Adele's tag, that really has got me quite focused. So yeah, thanks for doing that. I was a bit worried about counting my whips at first, but I'm glad I gave it a go now. The other thing I worked on, but really didn't feel it, was my Santa's Village. So this is, oh, I was saying that really confidently then, and now I can't remember what it's called. But this is the next one in the series of Santa's Village. And I was doing quite well, but the house is stitched in a speciality thread called Peanut Brittle. And I bought these patterns as part of an auto ship from the Patchwork Rabbit. So I know that I've got the floss somewhere, and despite all of my organisation, I just can't find it anywhere. So I kind of got so far, and it got to the point where I really kind of needed to put that colour in so I could orientate myself to the rest of the pattern, but I couldn't find it. So yeah, because I wasn't feeling particularly inspired at the time, but this one kind of just went by the wayside. So, you know, as Katie says, every stitch is progress, hey? So I was thinking I would get that one done this month, but never mind, I can pick it up again another month. And then the final one that I've been working on is the Beside the Seaside Deck Chairs, which is a Bothy Threads kit. And last time you saw it, I was somewhere, I think somewhere around here in this kind of, just starting the blue underneath the bridge here. And as you can see, I have completed that blue. So this line across here is the bottom of the page. It's not quite a page finish because I need to go back and there's just a bit of cloud that needs to be filled in at the top, but I was doing that white last night and I ran out of time and patience, I think, with that. I just kind of doing back and forth on lots of colours, so it was back and forth with all the green and then all the blue and then all the white, and it was just, yeah, I'd had enough at that point. So but this is an easy stitch, and I've done it where I've kind of filled in the outside of the cloud, so it really is just I don't have to look at the pattern, it will just be to sit down and fill it in. But I'll save that for an evening where I kind of, maybe I'm watching something on TV and don't really want to concentrate so much on what I'm doing. But yeah, so there has been some progress this month, just maybe not as much as I thought as there would be. So I didn't do any more work on Serenity Harbour, but thank you to, there was a couple of you that commented on my last video about the best place to buy the DMC from, and I can't remember where I went. I think it was Lakeside. Oh yeah, here you go. In fact, the floss is still in the bag, so that shows you that I haven't really got anywhere. So Lakeside Needlecraft was where I picked up the thread from. I think it was it 43p a skein, although the prices for DMC I think might have just gone up, so I think I got there just in time. But yeah, I've got the thread, so it's there ready to go when I feel inspired again to get back into cross stitching. So I did briefly mention it, but it is now May the 2nd, so Stitch Mania has started. Because, I don't know, I think just because I'm not really in a great place at the moment, I was a bit, I don't know, I wasn't really feeling up to having lots of new starts, and yeah, bit of a funny place. So what I decided to do, rather than have lots of new starts, was to pick up a whip that has been in progress for a while. And that's the Bothy Threads King and Queens chart. And obviously on this one there's lots of individual characters on it, and I thought, well, what I could try and do is stitch a different monarch each day. And I've not really thought about how long I would do it for, but how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. So there's 30 kind of individual elements on here that I've yet to stitch, or that yet to stitch. I say there were 30. I'm actually at 28 now because it's the 2nd of May, so I have done the first 2 for Stitch Mania. So yeah, so I thought I could just kind of give that one a go and see how far I got. And then it's not adding to the number of whips I have. Not that it's that I mind adding to the number of whips, and it's not that I haven't got so much stuff that I could stitch. I think it's just, it's not the right time for me, basically. But I still wanted to participate, and actually by doing this, it moves on a lot, a whip that I've already got. And I haven't stitched on this for ages, but I do like it. It is really good fun. So, you know, I get to participate, but participate in my own way. And really, isn't that the best thing about the Stitch Mania Facebook group, that you can kind of do your own thing and actually you're still joining in? I'm not really, it's not that I'm not one for rules, but I don't commit to other things just because, you know, time is quite precious. So I always feel if I commit to something, I have to kind of really know that I'm going to have the time to do it. And I think at the moment that's not something I could do. So yeah, so I've done that, and I'll show you what I've done in my next video. So this is probably going to be the focus for the month of May, and certainly on work days. So today I've done William, and I've worked on him on and off, and I think the amount of time that it took me to stitch one, although they're quite small, I think I'll struggle to get a monarch done each day when I'm working. So it may be that I just put a few stitches in one, or just work on one till completion. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just going to take it day by day and see what happens. I've got an application form to fill out at the moment, so I know that that's what I'm going to be focusing on the next couple of days. And then I've got marking to do for university, so that's going to take up a bit of time. So hey ho, we'll see. We'll see. It will be a surprise for me, and it will be a surprise for you. So just a couple of things to show you. I have a new purchase to add to my Mirabilia collection. So I don't think I've shown it to you, but I have got quite a bit in my stash now. And this is called Caring Wings, and it's pattern number 73. And I really like this one. I quite like the idea of caring wings. I'm a nurse, if you didn't know. So I thought this might be quite an appropriate one. And there's something about the colours of pink and green that I really love. So that's that one. And then I went into a different town yesterday or the day before, and I went around some of the charity shops. Sorry, I'm just going to change position because my leg's gone dead. Oh, that's better. And I picked up a few patterns. So the first one was this one. This is a Leisure Arts book 1, or leaflet 409, and this was 50p, so really good price. But some really beautiful flowers on here that I thought, you know, at some point that might just be handy to have in my in my stash. So, you know, if I ever want to do a little something, card or something for somebody, I could have that around. It's really pretty colours. I do like poppies. So that's one. And the other one, random bit of paper, I don't know what that's from. I also picked up this little Barbara mock chart called Little Charmers, and the one that I really liked on here, if you can see it, is the vintage sewing machine. Isn't that lovely? But I really like these kind of, again, really sweet little decorations. Thought that would be handy. The butterflies lovely, aren't they? And then the best bargain of all is this next, oh no, one more. I also found this Stitches Verse, which I think I've seen on other people's videos before. So I was really pleased to find it, especially again as it was 50p. I'm not going to read it, but I'll hold it here so you can see it. Isn't that lovely? And I don't think it would take too long to stitch actually, because obviously all of that is, it's not really back stitch, is it? But it's a back stitch, if you know what I mean. And then there's just the kind of the cross stitching at the top and the bottom. So yeah, I'm pleased to have that. The real bargain was this one, and this is I've not seen this book before, but it's called The Floral Year in Cross Stitch, and it's by Kay and Dennis Chabot. Oh, I've completely murdered their names. I believe it was originally published in France, and then in the UK in 2000. But this has just got some absolutely beautiful stitches in it. And it's done in seasons, so this is the first season. Oh, I'm not going to be able to get it all in, so I'll have to share a bit of a time. So this is spring. I'll show you that. Isn't that pretty? And I love it so much. I'm going to have to lift you up to show you the rest. There you go. Pull you out. Isn't that gorgeous? I really love this a lot, and so much so that I kind of thought, oh, I'm going to have to stitch this. And I even like how they've done it on the one piece, and this is what at first made me think it was French, because obviously spring's written in French, and I just thought I want to do it like this. So they show it as individual patterns in the book. So that's the camellia, and then you've got the clematis, and that's primrose, and the narcissus, and that's how you pronounce it. I'm not really a flower person. Tulips, which are beautiful. I love tulips. The peony, the magnolia, violet, lily of the valley, and then daffodil. I think that's all the spring ones. And then this is an iris, so that's it stitched. That's not the pattern, so don't worry. Then they've got a watercolour picture of it, but in the back of this book it then has it on a massive chart. So I know these are charts, but if you can get the pattern from that, I'll be amazed, because it's massive. So there are in total 4 fold-out charts for this book as well. So what a bargain for £1. So that's just spring. So if you want to see the other seasons, just let me know. But I might just kind of do a season a month or something, because I have been asked to do a book review. So I thought I would just flip you through the book that I briefly showed. Oh, sorry. I'll try and cut that bit out. Sorry about that. The cross stitch garden. This I bought just by seeing the front of this and seeing this bramble pattern on a famous website that doesn't need any advertising by me, but I'm guessing you can guess which one I mean. So I said I would just do a quick flip through this one so you can see some of the patterns, and they really are beautiful. So obviously I am in a very spring mood looking at all of these beautiful flowers, this one and the other one. Although this one was a little bit more expensive. I've done it in a really pretty little coin purse there. And you can see a couple of ways they've done it. And look, they're showing the back of their work. And nice to see that they've got some carried threads. See, it's okay. This one's sweet how they've put it into a little box. And sherbet lemon chiffon. That's pretty. So it's just lots of little flowers stitched in here. So you, again, these are really great if you needed to just do a little card, or I don't know. They've also then got some ideas about how you could use them. So that's a really pretty little design there. Wouldn't that be pretty in a hoop? But I like how they've done this one where they've stitched it and then they've put a little label, and on that one as well with the flower name. Isn't that clever? I don't remember that idea. I have a feeling that the light is going to be terrible on this video because it is actually getting dark as I'm sitting here. I love poppies, so I really like this one. And it's a real true red on this one. Actually, the colour's showing up quite well through the camera. Better than in real life. And this one's gorgeous as well. This is a wildflower garden sampler and motifs. So I like the way that they've named them all on here. I'm not quite convinced it's focused, but there's a few more here. I like the fact that the other thing I quite liked about this is it gives you the information about some flowers as well. There's a wild rose sampler here. The thing I like this, it's a bit like the Potting Shed book, and it's just really beautifully illustrated. So it does make it, you know, it's a cross-stitch book, but it's also really beautifully done. I do hope you can see this. Oh, and there's that bramble one. Isn't that beautiful? Can you see that? Better. And then they've got a blueberry one over the page with a little bee. Really cute. Actually, it's a really sweet bee, actually. And they've got raspberries. So you can have the whole fruit selection. Raspberries for my tea. I'm sure you want to know that. That's really pretty. And a Christmas rose. Don't think my camera likes the Christmas rose, doesn't want to focus. Oh, I have to change positions again. I went to the gym this morning, so I'm a little bit stiff. Serves me right for not going for years. Blue flowers. Yellow flowers. That's how I categorise things. It's a blue one. Don't know what it is, but it's blue. And that's not going to see very well. Yeah, I think the light... Oh, that's better. Swedish wildflowers, collage and samplers. And then a little flower packet kind of design there. Again, they've got that kind of, just put the little tag on. I really like that. Oh, Mr. Frog, stay away from our stitching. And isn't that sampler lovely? I really like that one. Small and sweet, just like me. Not. And even this leaf is beautiful, isn't it? And they've got it over here on a pillow. I think, is there any more? Oh, look what they've done with the little bees. That's pretty, isn't it? Embellish a plain apron. I don't think I would. I'm not really an apron type person. Or chilies. The chilies are sweet. Look at all these little pea shoots. And even the onions look pretty. Look at that. And that's it. And then it goes into, I put that there because just to remind me that's where it goes into the design. So there you go. That's my review of the cross-stitch garden. If you want to see anything more detail, or if the light is truly terrible and you didn't actually see it, just put a note kind of down below. Ooh, down below somewhere. There I am, down below. And I can always dig it out and show you again. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I look forward to seeing all of your April updates. Although saying that, I'm really behind with Flosstube. I might catch up kind of next year, but who knows. So happy stitching everyone, and thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and I shall see you soon. Bye.